Okay, so we have the law of cosines here. And we have three different laws of cosines, which are basically the same. It all depends on which angle is involved, which law of cosines that you use. Okay? So, if angle A is involved, then you say a squared equals b squared plus c squared minus 2bc cosine of A. If angle B is involved, then you say b squared equals a squared plus c squared minus 2ac cosine of B. And if c is involved, you say c squared equals a squared plus b squared minus 2ab. Okay? It all depends which angle is involved on which law of cosines that you use. Okay. Now, you say, well, why can't we just use law of sines? It's a whole lot simpler than that. Well, law of sines, you have to have opposites. And like in this problem right down here, you can see I don't have anything opposite of 10. I don't have anything opposite of 8. And I don't have anything opposite of 57. So when you don't have opposites, there's nothing you can do. Okay? Well, there is something you can do. You can't do anything with law of sines, but you can certainly do law of cosines. What do you need, Mr.? Yeah. Okay. But you can use law of cosines. Now, since angle A has my letter, then I'm going to use this law of cosines. Okay? Because angle A is involved. So, how do you do it? Well, a squared equals b squared plus c squared minus 2bc cosine of A. You just fill in the letters. A squared equals b is opposite of b, a is opposite of a, c is opposite of c. So it would be 10 squared plus 8 squared minus 2 times 10 times 8 cosine of 57 degrees. Now, the great thing about law of cosines is you can type it straight into your calculator. So I can go the same way as it's written down here. 10 squared plus 8 squared minus 2, and then I can use my parentheses, times 10 times 8, and you guys have parentheses on your calculators too, cosine of 57. So if we do it that way and press enter, I get 76.8577. A squared equals 76.8577. Now you're going, side A can't be 76 point that because that's way too long. Well, yeah, A can't be that. A squared is that. So how do we find A? Take the square root. And on your calculators, you go second x squared, second, and then this little minus sign down here, right here. Second square root of the answer equals. Because it takes the last answer, so you don't have to memorize what it is or write it down. You can just take what's in the calculator. And it's 8.8. And now we found how bit long A is. So the law of cosines is really easy when you're finding a side. When you're finding an angle, it's not so easy, and we'll talk about that on Monday. But when we're finding a side, it's really easy. So you're going to have a worksheet with 3 problems on it. One of them is just going to be writing down the law of cosines. That you can write it down. Another one, the person who did the law of cosines made a mistake. You're going to have to figure out where they made their mistake and how to correct it. And then get the right answer. And the last one, you're going to have to figure out the length of a side, and it's set up to help you with the law of cosines. So I will leave this on the board, and then that will be that. I should stop my recording now.